stick right there. That
All right, guys, so welcome back to JT Solutions. Here we are, we're working on the Mighty Max battery. This is for that jump start pack. So we got a battery tester here. We're gonna go ahead and throw the positive on. And all we're gonna do is see how much cold cranking amps it is. So it says 12.42 volts. Hit enter. It's a flooded cell, but it's not 850 cold cranking amps, all right? So we want to go all the way down. Let's just take it down to about 200. All right, so we're at 195 for the CCA. All right, hit enter. We're going to test. All right, good. Charge 164 CCA, so we got a good battery. All right, so there we are. We got the Mighty Vac battery. This is a 9 amp hour. The one that was in there was a 10 amp hour, but I don't think it's really going to matter a whole lot. As long as we got a good battery that can go in the jump pack. All right, so I could have spent a lot more money and got a better battery, but let's see what we can do here. All right, guys, so we got the start pack here again. All right, I removed the sticker on the front because I thought there might have been screws behind it, but there wasn't. This foam was just stuck to the battery and the foam was stuck to the plastic, so it had some glue on there. Notice some of the battery corrosion at the bottom of this. We're gonna get that cleaned up. But we need to tackle this corrosion here on the battery. So we're going to clean that up and we're going to put some grease on it afterwards. So let's get these terminals cleaned up. Let's go ahead and remove the screws. The little nut here, I think it's about a 7 or 8 mil, perhaps. We'll stick it in here so it doesn't get lost. Just going to unscrew it. And you guys can see all that corrosion flaking off there. So we want to get that all cleaned up. We don't want to break any of the connections. I'm going to be back to square one. So the next thing we're going to do, we're just going to use the wire brush here. And we're just going to go ahead and try to clean this up as best as possible. so it's not working so well here. So I'm going to go ahead and clean this up and take this off camera so you can see what it looks like, the way it should look like. All right. All right, guys, welcome back. So we got that cleaned up a little bit. So we went ahead and cleaned up the connection best we could with the wire brush. We're going to put some grease over that to keep it from corroding, rusting. All right, here's the other connector here. So we need to get inside the eyelet just a little bit better, but as you can see, it's way better than it was. This looks like a steel terminal with a copper coating on it, so we can only do so much with it. But with that being said, we got it cleaned up, got the battery box cleaned up. Now it's time to install the battery, then go ahead and get everything put back into place, okay? So we're going to get that put together, then I will catch back up with you guys. All right, guys, so we got the battery installed. We got the cables loosely installed here as well. All right, we need to go ahead and just tighten them down. We'll get the appropriate wrenches to tighten them down, and we'll go from there. All right, we'll see you back in a second. All right, guys, so just get in here with a little 8mm screw, wrench. We got an Allen wrench brand, and we have a snap-on ratchet and socket. And what we're going to go do is go ahead and just tighten this up, and we'll get back with you guys once it's tightened up. All right. All right, guys, so we went ahead and got it all tightened up. Now it's just to put it and test fit it into the actual jump pack plastic, and get everything seated down. While it's hooked up, now we can go around here and just go ahead and put it in the on position and see if it works. Okay, it's coming on. It's at 68%. So hey, we know we need at least to put a charge on it, but it's better than it was before. It didn't even work at all. All right, guys, we'll catch back up to you after we get this put back together and get it charged up. All right, guys, so when you hook this up, you want to get your charger cable hooked up. When you're hooking up the batteries, make sure you don't touch the socket and wrench in here and cause an arc. That can cause a potential fire or arc something out. You don't want no hazardous ESD, So make sure you get your cables ran correctly, and get them out there. Then we're just going to go ahead and set this down. All right. But before we do that, we're going to put a little bit of grease on the terminals so we don't get any future corrosion. So I'll go grab some grease real quick, and I'll just lube up the terminals here, and that's just going to keep that corrosion from happening. All right, guys, so we went ahead and just put some grease on the bolts, and that'll keep for any future corrosion. So like I said, be mindful, put the grease on here after you bolt everything up, because you don't want to cause any resistance in the connection. So that grease is just going to keep the corrosion from building. All right. All right, guys, well, there you have it. It's all assembled. All you need is a number 2 screwdriver to take the screws out the back. All right, and then it'll separate. Then you need an 8mm socket and wrench to separate the batteries. These are the screws that came with the new battery, and then the new battery came with a warranty. I can register it as well. With that being said, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this video up. Go ahead and like and subscribe. Hit that bell so you're always updated with my videos, and we'll see you next time.